This is inspired by Mitchell Willie, and this is a subject that's very near and dear to my heart. And it's sad that because of the schism, then the Crusades, then the Protestant Reformation, and all the factions, that the West lost a 1,500-year-old discipline of various types of meditation. One that's actually spoken of in the Psalms is called mindfulness, and I would encourage people to to practice this for a half hour a day. Just focus on your breathing. Breathe intentionally in, out. Do it for a half hour, and you'll every day for, let's just say, a couple weeks. You'll notice that your thoughts aren't continuous, that they rise and they fall. Another type of meditation is, as he talked about, the Chakti, the prayer roll, Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison. And then there is, with images, notice the mouths are small and closed, but the eyes and the ears are big and open. And it's something to stare at. The Trisagion prayer, and even the entirety of the service of an Eastern Orthodox service, is a meditation, because so mindfulness is probably the most popular. It's reached across the world. Some call it Zen meditation, others call it Vipassana. We call it mindfulness, or the innermost self. And it causes all the internal noise that you didn't realize was there to stop. And I would encourage people to start off with that for no longer and no shorter than a half hour every day. But also within the Orthodox tradition, I'm Syriac Orthodox, we have the Trisagion prayers, which you do in morning, noon, and night, mostly morning and night. And you'll find that, like how the Jews pray, there's a rocking back and forth, because the words are the ancient words that were spoken in ancient times, and they're not changed. It's these ancient prayers are a way of connecting with every Christian that went before you, and they wind up sinking into the heart, unlike the modern or postmodern way of people praying, where they are consciously thinking about what to say, and they try to make up a different prayer each time instead of going through the ancient ones, which causes deep meditation. The third way of meditating that comes from the East is the series of prostrations that Islam wound up adopting from us, which with doing that so physical, it takes the mind away from things. We also have, when you are writing or copying a piece of holy writing and you're pronouncing each vowel of each word, your mind cannot wander. As I said before, there's the Chakti, which I have a whole video about that. I always thought it came from the Hindus. It actually started with the Middle Eastern Christians and went around the world because it was so effective. Let me take a break and I'll get into the final form of meditation that we practice. And this final one is called Direct Pilgrimage, and it a few of the previously talked about techniques are used in this one, but usually it's pilgrimage towards a relic or a shrine or a holy place, and every step, it's the mind is sharpened and focused or empty, and the body is becomes so battered and drained, and a lot of times this is done on a fast, that all of the carnal desires are dulled or washed away, and you're left with you and yourself. And it's very intense, and many people don't like to do it, but the benefits are enormous. And yeah, you may have to walk 10 miles, that's usually a short one. You'd have bloodied feet, and you'd feel like you're going to die. But it basically, if you do that, you know that the power of the spirit is much stronger than the physical body, because the body that can't go a step further then walks 5 more miles. I'd like to thank Mitchell for he gave me the idea to do this, and this is just not competing with him, but just sharing.